Hi, welcome to Divine Boss Babe, Heidi Lynn, spirituality, life, and business coach. I am here today to talk about self-confidence and stick to the end because I'm going to do Reiki session for self-confidence. So a lot of the people that I work with, my clients, are women who are in business or starting a business, and they're struggling with self-confidence. And they're having a heck of a time getting visible in their business. They struggle with trusting themselves and their decision. And so they are constantly doubting themselves. They're second guessing themselves. And it's so heartbreaking to me because I really would just love for them to just own who they are. And a lot of times people just don't know who they are. Like, I have a couple of clients that they're like, well, I don't know what I like. I don't know what I enjoy doing. I like just making sure that everybody else is happy. I want to make sure that everybody else is taken care of. As long as everybody else is taken care of, I'm fine. Well, I'm gonna push back and say that's okay. I understand that you care about people and that's great, but who are you? What do you like doing? And when they are like, well, I don't know. Well, that's something that you got to figure out. So if you're one of those people that you're like, well, I don't really know what I like doing. I just know that I just like to go with the flow. I like to do what other people do. I'm gonna say that you know what you like. You know what you like. You know what you don't like. You may be just too afraid to speak up. And so that's something that is really important to work on is just expressing yourself and not fearing what people are going to think or what they're going to say if you speak up and speak, what's on your mind. Um, so a lot of people just keep themselves playing small. They keep themselves staying invisible and especially in their business because they're just too afraid to rock the boat or say something that's going to make somebody upset. Or a lot of times it's also with sales. I have a lot of clients that are struggling with sales. They hate the feeling of sales. They think of a used car salesman. They feel icky and gross and they're like, oh, I don't want to sell. Well, if you have a business, you're going to need to sell. And it's just reframing the way that you think about sales. That's really important. Instead of thinking that you're trying to manipulate someone into doing something that they don't want to do, and that's sales, that is not the way to go about sales. There's a way to go about sales and selling from the heart and make it feel really good for you and make it feel really good for your client. And so that's an element of confidence, just knowing what you have to offer, knowing that you can help people, knowing the value you bring. So if you're struggling with self-confidence and you're just like, well, I don't know, I don't really know what value I have. I don't know what I like to do. I don't know how I can help people. Do this. Okay, get out a piece of paper and write down all of your talents, all of your skills, and really sit there and think about everything that you're good at. This is a time to feel good about indulging in you. You may be one of those people that's just like, oh, I don't really like talking about myself. Well, you got to talk about yourself. You got to feel good about yourself. And there's a difference between being confident and being arrogant. Being confident, you can be confident and you can be um, where people like you and want to get to know you because of the energy you bring and that self-assured sense of your energy. And then there's this type of confidence where people are arrogant, and where it's funny because a lot of people that are arrogant, they are actually not confident. They're putting on a facade and they're really insecure and they're just trying to convince everybody that they're actually confident. So when you're actually really confident and you know who you are and you know what you stand for and you know that you can set boundaries and you know the value you bring, then that's a different type of energy and that is attractive to people. People really like that. And if people don't like that, it's because you're triggering them because they have stuff going on internally within themselves that that they need to deal with. And so that has nothing to do with you. So if people are, speaking poorly of you or to you, and you are just serving from the heart, or you're just being your true authentic self, and people just are judgy and not getting, they just don't receive you well, you're likely triggering them. And it has nothing to do with you at all. When people are jealous, it's because they are envious of something that Like like let's say if someone's envious of you or they're jealous of you, it's because they are feeling inadequate. They feel like they're not good enough and they're lacking in some way. So once you build up your self-confidence, and a key way of doing this is really writing down all of your skills and talents and just who you are, just understanding who you are, it's really going to help you bring an element of confidence. And so it's for those people and those women specifically that are struggling with self confidence, struggling with setting boundaries, struggling to feel good about themselves and have self esteem and feeling good about making sales and money and talking about money and feeling okay wanting to make a lot of money. I created Divine Boss Babe Academy because my heart just goes out to those women. And it's like, oh my God, like I really just want women to own who they are, express themselves, feel good about expressing themselves, stop people pleasing, stop putting themselves on the back burner. This is just ludicrous. I met with a lady the other day, and she was just like, well, I just like putting everybody else before me. And she has a daughter. Well, she has a couple of daughters. And I had to ask her, well, would you want your daughters to do that? And she's like, oh no, I wouldn't want them to put themselves last. And I'm like, why do you? And she sat there and she thought for a second. She's like, "Oh yeah." And like by the end of our conversation, she's like, "Oh yeah, like I totally know, like I am valuable. I know that I should be putting myself first and taking care of myself first because I'm that role model for my kids. I am the one to show them to do that. And like I couldn't imagine them doing that and putting themselves on the back burner pleasing everybody else. So I shouldn't be allowing myself to do that." I'm like, "Exactly. Exactly." And so that's why I'm so fired up. Like she just touched my soul and was like, this is why I created my program, because I'm just like, women are suffering and they don't need to suffer. They don't need to feel like they're insecure and like not good enough and like they need to be quiet and then feeling guilty if they're trying to set boundaries and letting people walk all over them because they are so afraid to speak up for fear of what people are going to say or think. Like, no. So write, make a list. That's your homework. Let me know what you came up with. I would love to know. This is going to be some Reiki for helping you become confident, unblocking all that negative energy that you have going on about yourself and lack of self-worth, and literally just raising your vibration to help you um, just feel confident, feel good about yourself, loving yourself. That's really important. And so the more you watch this, the more it's going to benefit you because it's raising your frequency, it's raising your vibration, and it's going to really help heal you and unblock your energy centers that you may have just blocked from all of your negative thoughts and all of this toxicity that you've been feeding yourself based on all of this, the way that you've been treating yourself, the thoughts that you've been thinking, and allowing other people to treat you. This is going to just realign your energy and get you all centered. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so that is the end of the Reiki session. So I hope you enjoyed it. As I said before, just keep coming back and rewatching this and elevating your vibration, elevating your frequency. I'll be making more videos around just boundary setting and inner childhood or inner child wound healing, child trauma healing, so that way it can help you just become the best version of you and become unstoppable. And if you're interested in the Divine Boss Babe Academy, I've got only 10 spots left. They're going quickly. So if you're interested in learning more about that, let me know. My contact information is in the box below. And then I would just have you apply and just see how we could best, work together, how I could best support you. I'd love that. And so if you have any requests of any other videos that you would like to see, please let me know. Also, in the comments, like let me know that you made it this far in the video, type confidence. I'd love to have you just responding. Let me know what was something that came up for you during the Reiki session or something that you came up with during your exercise on just making the list, something that maybe you didn't think about before. Just let me know. And I would love to just chat with you and just get to know you. Please just reach out. And if you want a private Reiki session, just let me know. Again, my contact information is in the box below. And also, I would love to just offer you a coaching session. If you're not sure about how I work as a coach, I would love to just offer you a free coaching session. Your first one's free. So just let me know. Then we can schedule a session for you and get you going. Anyways, I hope you're having an amazing day with love and light. Have a beautiful day.